pleasure for me to have this fifth interview. Okay, so this is our interview number 5. So we have been having some interviews during the previous months, and it's a great opportunity for you and for all teachers to learn a little bit about education in different countries. Okay, so nowadays we have the opportunity to talk about education in Egypt, and also we have the opportunity to enjoy and to take advantage of advices and also strategies, methods that are implemented in Egypt. As an introduction, I'm going to present my special guest. Okay, Eman is an Egyptian EFL teacher, TEYL SIG coordinator at the NileTESOL organization and a RELO Cairo mentor. Okay, so Eman, feel free to share some words to the audience.
Hi everyone, this is Eman. Today I was presenting at Africa LTA conference. It's for the first time here in Cairo, and my presentation was under the title. It's not a presentation actually; it's a workshop under the title "Multicultural Activities in Africa." The purpose or the objective of this workshop that I wanted the teacher to be able to integrate culture in their language lessons, and they are aware of their own cultures and other cultures.
Okay, great. So thank you very much. Now we have a couple of questions. So we want to know more about how education works in Egypt. And so let's move on to our question number 1. It says, can you give us or can you provide an overview of the educational system in Egypt, talking about levels of education?
Okay, we have different kinds of schools. We have public schools. Some of them are internationals or following a Japanese model of education. And we have the private ones. The private ones, under many levels, we have one that teaching Arabic and math and science still also in Arabic, but we have a class in English. Another private school is called language school, where students learn math and science in English plus the English subject. And this one is advanced from the one is covering in the public public schools. And last thing, we have international schools. Maybe it's run by native speakers. Maybe it's managed by Egyptian, but they provide international curriculum for maybe ID or American diploma. And now we have the IB system too.
Okay, so thank you very much. And what about goals? What about goals in education? What about the priorities of education system in Egypt?
Well, we have the vision in 2030, and in this vision, the Ministry of Education, they are willing to develop the students' skills to be able to meet the job market needs and to be acquired with essential skills like maybe critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, building empathy, and other things, and also are able to use technology in education.
Okay, excellent. And you're right. Actually, technology has to be included in education nowadays. So we're going to talk about it later. And it says, what are the biggest challenges facing education in Egypt nowadays?
Okay. Actually, it's a difficult question because challenges might differ from a school to another. Public schools are different from the international, are different from the language, or the private ones. So each one has its own challenge. If just it's a public, for example, school, And it has like the traditional curriculum. So the many like you have too many challenges actually. The big number of students in a class it might reach like from 50 to 100, and also lack of using technology. They just use basic resources. When it comes to, for example, language schools, it depends on who is the owner of the school. So the challenge is each school may in a way or another apply certain beliefs. And so maybe someone will be stick to religion totally, someone is liberal, so we don't have some kind of unification or like the model that we want them to follow.
So for sure, technology have to be included. And what about the impact it has had in teaching and learning in Egypt?
Well, also it depends, but like for example, let's take an example. Like 2 years ago, I was working in an IB school, and technology was playing a very crucial role because in IB, we should do a lot of research working on different projects. So without the internet, you would have limited resources. Another thing was helpful, for example, in the IB system, that I was able to invite speakers from different countries. And this is something students will probably have the chance to have it without the technology. Also, some students, like, it depends on their abilities. Some students need technology. It makes it easier for them to learn. This year, in school I'm working at, using technology was crucial, and using screen instead of the board. It made them understand the lesson better. So this was strange for me. Like, okay, so that's how maybe the technology impact students' lives.
You. And what about strategies or approaches have you found as a teacher most effective in teaching students?
I think the best thing you can give it to the students, a teacher who can understand their age, their needs. Okay? Sometimes maybe the teacher is fluent in English. Maybe she's coming from an international teacher or she's graduated from international school, but she doesn't know how to deal with this age. So having a good or a perfect or native language, English language is good, but without understanding the students' needs, there will be no interaction. Students will not even get the best out of the teacher because she doesn't know their obstacles or challenges and how to like overcome these problems.
And that's very important. You mentioned students' needs. Every single content here at the conference talking about obviously teaching English as a second language. It talks about different levels of students, different needs. And if a teacher can't handle with those situations in the class, as you said, it can be native speakers or it can be a person from a private institution with good English, but that person has to know that methodology to understand kids' behaviors and to give them the tools for learning a second language. Okay, very good. What I have this question related to Egypt. Okay, so it says, what is the main language in Egypt? What other languages are spoken? And also, what languages do you speak?
Okay, the main language in Egypt is Arabic. The second language is English, and also some people like they speak French, Deutsch. So there's like maybe the main languages like spoken or taught in schools. And for me, of course, my mother tongue is Arabic. I'm fluent in English, especially speaking, and I'm like I know basics in French and Spanish. Okay.
Okay, excellent, perfect. And so it says, how do you see the future of education evolving in Egypt, and what changes would you like to see implemented?
Okay, how I see changes right now. I see teachers are eager to learn more about new methods, and they pay for their accommodation, transportation, and everything to attend a conference for 2 or 3 days. So that means they're like teachers, they want to do a change. They want something better for their students, even if their schools do not support them with any mean. Like, but just this is they feel like no, it's my responsibility. I'm working for myself, so it doesn't matter who is sponsoring me or not. The second part of the question, please.
What changes would you like to see implemented? If you have the opportunity to change something, what would you change in terms of education?
Um, I want teachers use communicative methods in teaching, and please don't rely on your education, like maybe you are a graduate of international school or a language school or school of arts or education. This wouldn't be enough to make you qualified as a teacher. Yes, you get part of it, which is the language, but when it comes to teaching, you don't have it, and you have to satisfy both sides, not just one of them.
Okay, now to wrap up this amazing interview with teacher Eman from Egypt, I would like her to share some comments about her presentation. She already made this afternoon here in Egypt. Her presentation was about multicultural activities to transform the mindset of ELLS in Africa. Okay, so to have a little description about it, so it says the workshop introduces what I see is. Okay, so that will be interesting to know its importance and the suggested model and its elements as well. Then the trainer in this case, teacher Eman, will provide EFL lessons where the participants, okay, will design a cultural or intercultural activity that represents each element. Okay, could you tell us and share a bit about your presentation?
Well, yes, it was like for me, I felt like it's necessary for teachers to learn about culture and why it's important, and how can we integrate it in language skills lessons. How can I integrate it in reading, listening, grammar, or speaking activities? And before doing this, I like it's good to know about other like some concepts, like what is culture, what is intercultural competences, and what's intercultural communicative competences. What are the levels of culture? Okay, so and why? Like for example, how can you develop these competences or skills in your child? Because students are not staying in class like the whole of their life. They will graduate, they will work, they will travel. If they don't know about other people, they will make miscommunication. This may lead to conflict. Okay, maybe they will lose jobs. Maybe they will lose a good friendship. So they miss good things in life because they don't know about the others, and they think the world should go with their own perspective, and this is the only right thing. So when you start to open their mindset to all the, like to an idea but see it from a different perspective, they become more flexible. They are better. They are having more respect to other culture, tolerance, and these qualities we need them in today's world, especially when we're having refugees, for example. It's everywhere, and they are now, if you want, like if you wish it or not, we are part of our community. how you deal with this group of people. So it was good to do it, and especially like I see, I don't know the number of teachers, but a good number of teachers, they are not even aware of the importance and why should I do this, or even they never thought of this. So I thought like because I had experience as an FLTA, foreign language teaching assistantship in the US for an academic year, and I said about multicultural education. It's good to cascade the knowledge and the experience to other teachers. Even one of the teachers, she told me, if one of my students asks me, why should I learn about cultures? I told her, like, attend the workshop, and you tell me at the end, what are the benefits for a student to gain a skill like tolerance, empathy, how this will impact her life. So that's why, this is why I see like it's important to hold the workshop on this topic.
Awesome. That was great. And to conclude this interview, I would like to give me your impression about the conference.
Um, I love it. It allows, like, the best thing about it, it allows networking with many teachers or educators around the world, not only in Africa, like meeting Mr. Erick, exchanging views on different topics and interests, and also like having potential cooperation in the future, like whenever we have the possibility to do this. So this is good thing because it's about culture. Like it will be like an amazing opportunity for my kids to get a presentation about maybe Costa Rica culture. So they are learning because not all the Egyptian students have the chance to travel abroad. Many of them like to stay in homes or in their local communities. But now we are bringing abroad to them during a screen. So I think this is one of the best. Also, I'm learning about educational system in different parts of the world. So like, okay, they start their academic year in February. This is like one of the African countries be doing this. I can't remember the country, but when I heard, like, okay, because this changed the arrangement. Even if you want to do something with them, we have something else, so we need to make it changes so that you can have a cooperation with them in the future. So this, and also like topics that were covered in the conference, like developing material, and it's very essential, and lesson planning. Um, and what else? It's about assessment and giving feedback in terms of writing. I'm using AI. Like one of the these are topics like I feel like they are related to what I'm doing and I get the benefit out of it. So these are the benefits of attending Africa LTA conference.
It has been very interesting actually to meet people from over Africa, from different countries. In my case, Cameroon, Nigeria. So, for example, as you said, in my case from Costa Rica, you from Egypt, and a lot of Egyptians people. So I have to say that they are pretty nice people, and so they help a lot if you need something, and that's great. And I have had great time visiting Alexandria and different places too. We are waiting the big one, which is the pyramids on Sunday, and we are going to go there as a group, and that will be another multicultural activity we're going to have here at the conference.
May I add a point? But something like I forgot, but it's important that our conversation is not about education all the time. It's about social. And this is the best thing because we need to understand each other as human beings before being teachers. Yeah, because understand traditions, religions, cultures, In that way, even if we have something to do together in the future, we understand the background of each other. So like I can talk better about Costa Rica, not about like the education, but being a human being. So students, if I understand Costa Rican people as human, I'll be less judgmental, and I'm able to fulfill this to my students, so they be less judgmental. But if it's just my relation with you, it's just about education and teaching, we are not adding anything to our students. They will just, yeah, like having this good frame is about education and graduate from this school, but what about you inside? And this is what the companies, actually, even companies looking for people inside. Being human is better than having the expert knowledge in the field. But just being human, understanding people is now the crucial element in selection or even promoting employees in companies. This was what I wanted to add. Thank you.
That's great. And also the fact to be updated in terms of education, that's great. And getting that methodology from other countries and also how curriculum works in terms of teaching a second language, in this case English in Egypt, or let's say English in Costa Rica, or from different other countries, right? For example, I know that in Nigeria and Cameroon they speak two languages, and they have that relation. Maybe if you speak French, you don't speak English, and you need to know that language to communicate, and that's a great opportunity to have this kind of interaction with people from other countries. So thank you very much for accepting me this interview, and let's continue joining this conference. Africa ELTA 2024. You're welcome.